Hello, welcome back for chapter 13 in our book club for Wicca, the Guide for the Solitary Practitioner. Remember, if you have comments, questions, anything, you've read this book, please comment. I know I say that and nobody ever does. I mean, you guys comment, but you don't, give me your views or anything like that, but that's okay. So if you're just watching, you're watching. So chapter 13 is the ritual design. So he lays out a structure for the ritual, which is basically purification of yourself, purification of your space, creating sacred space, the invocation, ritual observance, usually on Sabbats or Esbats, energy rising, which is your magic, during your magic, whatever magic you're going to be doing. Earthing your power. I always forget to write the G's. I don't know why I do that. Thanking the goddess and the god, and closing the circle. So first, purification of self, which is basically what it says. Take a bath, take a shower using, cleansing items like herbs and, stuff like that. If you have soap that has herbs in it, cool. Like, I know you can get at the dollar store this soap that already has herbs in it, like oatmeal, and I think there was one that was lavender, and I think they're called Yardy. Really good soap. $1 at the dollar store. So remember that. I think it's even cheaper at Walmart, like 83 cents or 93 cents or something like that. So check it out. You can use that. Okay, so next one is purification of your space. So physically clean your space, and then sweep with your magical broom negative energies out. If you don't have your broom, you can scatter salt, and your salt can be mixed with herbs, thyme, rosemary, frankincense, copal, sage, or dragon's blood. You don't have to use all of them. You can use one of them. You can use none of them. You can just use salt, whatever you want to do. Or you can mix. You put your salt in water and just sprinkle it and cleanse your space that way. So that's ways of purifying your space. I know Gabby and Tequila made there's what is it? Clarification salt, where they used to cleanse their space, and she put herbs in her sea salt and stuff like that. So check out her videos. Hopefully they're on her Practical Magic. I think we might have liked them on the Practical Magic, but she deleted her old Gabby deleted her old YouTube because of reasons that you would see that she's already explained on in the Practical Magic 333 coven. So check that out if you want to know more about that. But yeah, so hopefully that isn't deleted, or hopefully she'll show it again, if she does. So next one is creating your sacred space. This part, you set up your ritual space. You lay your candles out, your altar. Make sure you have everything in your circle that you need. I can't stress that enough, because it's really annoying to have to break your circle to get something and then do that. But there is one way that you can make a door, so there's that too, I guess, just in case you do forget something. Okay, so after you've done that, then you cast your circle or your sphere, and I call it a protective bubble because it's like a bubble around you. As above, so below. So you envision yourself in an actual bubble or sphere, circle. So you start at your desired direction. So I'm earth, so I would start north. If you're water, then you'd start west. If you're fire, then you'd start south. And if you're air, you'd start east. And then you walk clockwise visualizing forming your circle as you trace your fingers or wand to make the circle. When you're done with the circle, as I said before, it should be in a full bubble around you and around your circle. Next, you invoke the 4 quarters of the circle: east, south, west, and north, or however you want to say it. If you need to leave the circle, you cut a doorway, and the way I do it is I draw a pentacle. So people do it other ways, but that's the way I've always done it. So invocation of the goddess and the god is in the Book of Shadows in this book on pages 147 and 149. So you can go ahead and check that out. Ritual observance is whatever you're going to be observing. Like Ostara, I'll be observing on Thursday, so I'll be doing that too, as well as initiating myself. Energy rising, whatever magics that I want to do at this time, which he does note that full moons and solstices are the best times for to perform this magic, which Ostara is a solstice, so yay. Okay, so earthing the power. Your energy should be earthed in to fit smoothly back within your energy scheme. So this is like after you exercise, you're going back to your regular pulse is the best way I think I can explain it. Even rituals that you're not doing any energy rising or magic, you still do earthing your power, because your ritual is basically all energy anyway. All you do is have cakes and wine or ale, and you just have a simple feast. But before that, you crumble the offering, like the cake, if you're using cake or bread or whatever, crumble some on the ground and pour some crumbs, or pour some fluid on there too. If you're doing it inside, then obviously you'd put it in a bowl, and then when you're done with your ritual, you'd go ahead and bury it outside. So that was earthing the power. Then thanking the All, and I call it the All because I got that from Lori Cabot. She calls the goddess and the god the All, since, you know, they are the All. You thank them for their presence. Then you close the circle, and you do that counterclockwise. You can use your magical knife, your atham, if you have one. I don't have one, so I'll probably be using my wand again. Then you thank the rulers of the 4 quarters for their presence, because you've called them when you opened your circle. So you check out the Book of Shadows, page 120, for closing your circle. And then, so I'll just go through the Book of Shadows in here just to show you what is in it. So when you buy it, then you can be happy with what you got. So I do recommend this book. This book has a lot of great information, especially for beginners. To Wicca explains a whole lot in detail. So it says Standing Stones, Book of Shadows, Word to the Wise. You can read that on your own time. Natures of Our Way, Before Time Was, Call to the God, Songs of the Goddess, The Circle of Stones, goes more detail into the altar, cutting a doorway, like we talked about. I draw a pentacle to do that. He makes an archway, I think. Here's closing your circle. Visualizing for the circle of stones, blessing chants, simple feast. what you would say during your simple feast. Consecrations of your tools. Full moon rites it has in here. Then it has your seasonal festivals. It gives you details of the rituals of Yule, what you would do, and the Yule lore about it. Imbolc, Ostera, Beltane, Midsummer, Lagnasta, I hope I'm saying that right. Mabon, I don't even know if I'm saying that one right. Samhain, I don't know if I'm saying that one right either. Samhain, maybe. Then there's ritual gestures, the law of the power. I'll read this one because this one is, everybody should know the law of power. The power shall not be used to bring harm, to injure or control others, but if the need arises, the power shall be used to protect your life or the life of others. The power is used only as need dictates. The power can be used for your own gain as long as by doing so you harm none. It is unwise to accept money for use of power, for it quickly controls its taker. Be not as those of other religions. So this one's talking about, you know, how you donate money and stuff. So he's just saying don't take money from other people for the use of power. Which I kind of don't agree with on that one, because if you make a candle with a spell on it, of course you're going to sell it. Or if you make spells and do other stuff, people want to buy it. That's how you make a living if that's what you do. I mean, if you do like medical herbal remedies and stuff like that and you sell it and that's your living, then of course you take money for it. Like Lori Cabot, she says this part she doesn't understand about Wicca and this rule that he has, because she does not agree with it at all, because obviously she has a store and she sells all of her stuff, which I don't agree with it either, because how do you make a living if this is what you do? Anyway, you're not supposed to harm yourself, so that would be harming yourself, so that would be breaking one of the laws. Okay, moving on. Use not the power for prideful gain, for such cheapens the mysteries of Wicca and magic. Even remember that the power is the sacred gift of the goddess and the god, and should never be misused or abused. And this is the law of the power. And so invocations, yeah, here's the invocation of the goddess, and on the other side is the invocation of the god and other invocations. Lore of the numbers, 13 goals of wish. Oh, this is the one that I wanted to read. Durr. Okay, so know yourself, know your craft, learn, apply knowledge with wisdom, achieve balance, keep your words in good order, keep your thoughts in good order, celebrate life, attune with the circles of the earth, breathe and eat correctly, exercise the body, meditate, honor the goddess and the god. So basically I need to work on a lot of these, like exercising, eating right. I do need to meditate more, but I'm still starting out, so or restarting, you know. And then he goes into recipes, making mead. Ooh. Cakes, crescent cakes. Recipes for incense he has in here. Recipes for oils. An herbal grimoire. So it goes into herbal stuff. Wiccan crystal magic, talks about that. Stones of the goddess, stones of the god. Quartz and candle spells. Then it has symbols in here and signs. Ruin Magic, which I gotta make my ruins. So I'll do that. Here's the Tricotta, but he doesn't call her Tricotta in here, so yeah. Let's see, casting the ruins. Protective chant, mirror spell of protection for the home. Spell to break the powers of a spell. That would be coming in handy. Stir magic, or I'm sorry, string magic. To protect an object. And then it has appendixes with occult suppliers, glossary of things that you would need to know, suggested readings, shamanism, and it lists all his other books. So that is the whole book, and I hope you enjoyed this book club for Wicca, A Guide for the Solitary Practitioner. And the next book will be Power of the Witch by Laurie Cabot. So I'm excited for that one. Stay tuned for that. Thank you. Blessed be. Bye-bye.